Okay.
And you always usually want to start with the turn to the left. You could stay at 3.5.
Right to left. You know, head back that way, so we'll have more room.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because
Latest tower, service 28 Romeo Whiskey, holding short 3-1, ready for takeoff.
A little bit of cloud dodging today.
yeah.
Kind of cool though. Looks nice.
Yeah. Not bad.
Romeo Whiskey, Swings Tower. Hold short runway 31, waiting for release. Hold short 31, A Romeo Whiskey.
Remember, put the plane where you want it first and then trim. You gotta fly first.
There you go. Okay, so I'll install. So we reduce the speed coming in for a landing.
Power on stall is like you're taking off. So the first thing is you want to bring that power back to about 17,000 RPMs.
Left 1500.
And maintain your altitude.
612, North departure radar contact, call and
Let the
maintain
plane
9,000.
get slowed down.
9,000, flex jet 612.
And then once you're at a good speed to start the maneuver, which is usually around 75, then you want to go full power. And you want to pitch up for the stall to about 20 degrees is usually what you need.
Flex jet 612, turn right direct to Papa, X-ray, November. Right direct to Papa, X-ray, November, flex jet
And
612.
hold it there.
No warning.
There's the buffet. And that's the nose drop. So release pressure, let the airspeed come up, and start to pull back. Yeah,
Okay,
that was good.
comes back.
The only thing is you probably, you could have started pulling up a little sooner maybe.
Yeah,
You got a little fast on the way down. You could have came up a little sooner.
so that'd be nice.
You got to remember the ground's below you.
Yeah.
So you want to try not to go super far down. Okay. Let's,
Flex jet 612.
start doing the power off.
24.52. 2452, flex jet 612, yeah.
I want to talk to NorCal so that way they don't get us in trouble for being next to the Charlie.
Okay.
NorCal approach, Warrior 41459. It's about 6 miles to the northwest of the Salinas VOR, and we'd like to get VO4 flight following for some maneuvers around the area.
41459, NorCal approach. Block 0341.
0341 for 459.
NorCal, Cirrus 28 Romeo Whiskey, off Salinas, 860, climbing 6,000. Number 28 Romeo Whiskey, NorCal departure, radar contact.
Okay. We'll start with we'll do the
41459, radar contact 4 miles to the northwest of Salinas, altitude gate 3,700, Salinas altimeter 3002.
3002 for 459. Alright, now we can get into the Charlie, who cares? Alright, you could kind of face us that way, and you could do the next one, which is the power off, or like a landing stall. It's kind of the same thing, getting into it. Do you want to bring that power back to about 17 again?
Departure, good afternoon.
And then get slowed down, and you want to add full flaps this time.
1,400, climbing 7,185. City 486, NorCal departure, radar contact, call and maintain 9,000. Climb maintain 9,000, and Skyway 5486.
You want to descend at 73 with full flaps in.
November 459er, turn right heading 280, vectors traffic, about 11 o'clock and 3 miles westbound, 2000, climbing 0.
That was for you.
November 41459, turning right.
280.
280, Warrior 459. Oh,
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
280?
That's what he said.
Got 5486, turn left heading 190, vectors for Tokyo.
Heading 190 for Skywest 5486.
I don't know if this is looking super sketch.
Yeah.
Big time. 280, we're looking into the clouds over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so flaps are all the way up. We had 73 now. 70.
And then once you're on a nice stable descent, then you pull the power back, like you're landing, all the way back to idle. And then you pitch for the horizon. So
November 8 Romeo Whiskey, turn right, right-hand turn heading 090, vectors to join Victor 111.
A little bit above the horizon.
Vectors, 8 Romeo Whiskey.
And on the throttle.
There's too much distraction there, but
That
I
was a
think
bit aggressive.
yeah, too much going on.
Afternoon, NorCal, Santana 37, 1000, climbing 7000, Monterey 5.
Santana 37, NorCal departure, radar contact. November 459, resume on navigation, thank you.
Oh, nav 459. Yeah, you pitched up very aggressively.
Yeah,
So, like, if I could take controls real quick.
your controls.
My controls. Actually, I gotta put my seat a little forward. My controls.
Your controls.
November 8 Romeo Whiskey, clear direct to Salinas, join Victor 111.
You kind of like,
Victor 111.
the more aggressive you pitch up,
406, clear direct to Tokyo, climb and maintain flight level 190.
deeper the stall is going to be.
Tokyo,
Yeah.
Skywest 5486.
The very first thing is just get yourself on a nice little descent, like you're coming down to land. Once you know you're like, alright, I'm going to land,
right
so you
heading
put that power to idle,
0, climb and maintain 9,000
and you
vectors.
just put the nose on the horizon.
060,
Nice and gently.
confirm vector
If you
switch.
do it too aggressively, you're going to stall very aggressively.
Yeah.
Which is why the nose came down really hard.
060 vectors, level
There's a nose drop, let the angle come down, and just like that, you're out of the stall.
Okay,
Just the angle alone will get you out of the stall.
okay.
Right? So the angle is the first thing, and then power comes second so that we don't hit the ground. And then from there, you could start to clean up once you're no longer descending. Because you were kind of aggressive
Yeah.
on the nose down pitch.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like as soon as the stall hit, you were like, whoa, going down, you know? So you probably didn't need to do it that hard.
Yeah. I went past the horizon and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Got 5486, contact Oakland Center, 128.7.
28.7 for Skywest 5486.
Santana 37, turn right
Controls?
heading 090.
My controls.
I want to try that one more time.
Santana 37.
You don't need to be
Romeo
slow on
Whiskey,
the
Colin,
flaps. You can put them
7,000.
all in.
7000, 8 Romeo Whiskey.
Alright, so we're nice and descending now, so you can pull the power out and put the nose just right where the clouds are almost. There's a stall, so you could bring the nose down, full power, and you want to start climbing because the runway's right underneath us. And then you can clean up the flaps.
NorCal, good afternoon, TBM 940 Delta Romeo 16,000, descending 10,000 Delta Monterey.
Let's practice doing
Romeo NorCal, approach, say approach request. Set up for the Arnhead Yankee for 28 left, please. Delta Romeo, cross wiggle ladder about 7,000.
We don't need to do clear turns, it's okay.
Okay.
Cross wiggle ladder
We'll
about
just,
7,000.
you can pick a point or a heading,
left approach,
and then we'll do that.
Number 8 Romeo Whiskey, contact approach 124.52. 12452, for 8 Romeo Whiskey.
Okay.
Number 535, contact approach
So you're going to
120.
maintain 3,100?
Over to approach 120.
3,000.
Help line 2535.
Okay. Alright. Either left or right, your choice. Make sure to keep your eyes outside. Every once in a while I look inside, but you could feel the nose dropping here, so you gotta pull back when you're here, when you feel that. And then once you're nice and straight, keep that picture the same. Good, and every once in a while look inside and make sure the plane's doing what you want it to do.
Santana 37, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Santana 190, Santana 37.
The bank angle good? I feel like I'm not banked
You
enough.
need a little bit more. That's pretty good right there. Alright, so we're rolling up on your point. Good, and roll that power back. So
Santana 37, clear direct to Lima, Lima Charlie. Contact
the first half was a little bit, second half was a lot better.
2452, Santana 37, wonderful day.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to try one to the... Probably the left is better again.
Yeah, let me go that way and then
Yeah.
play on left. We'll do 3,000. Alright, so we're 3,000.
Yep. Heading up probably 040 or something.
Yeah, 045-ish.
Yeah.
1,000 holding. And
Alright, and we can do it to the right.
Right.
Get that bank all the way to 45. It's the very first thing you want to do. Then you want to pitch to hold your altitude and then add that power. Your power is probably good where you're at now though. Just a little more bank. You see how you could feel the nose
Yeah.
down there?
Yeah.
You can feel it in your pants too, you know, like on your butt. Got a little
That
fast
wasn't
there.
marvelous, but I think bank was alternating.
Your
45.
altitude was good,
Yeah.
but your bank, I mean your speed got a little too fast.
Yeah.
When you get a little too fast like that, you probably got to take some power out.
Okay.
Then you're just kind of like, you're just powering through
That's
it.
why the
You're going
G's
too
were
fast.
going crazy.
Probably not the G's. That was because you started descending and then you pulled back to get it back.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to trade another one?
Yeah. Let me,
You're
Okay.
probably fine if you try one to the right here.
okay. So, yeah. 3,000 right now. 1,000. Right there. 1,000. One to the right. Bank to 45. Oh, the nose goes down.
Yeah, we're getting really fast here.
Yeah.
You could probably start to take a little bit of power out. And you see how the speed kind of starts
Yeah.
to stop coming up. Also, we're descending, which probably helps. Well, it doesn't help.
Doesn't help with my...
Yeah.
Why is it the right down is...
It's different because you're just not used to the sight picture.
Yeah.
It looks different.
Left was so much easier. Alright, clouds. Huh.
Alright, I think we should probably go work on some landings.
Yeah. These,
Tonorco, we're gonna go to Salinas.
T3.
Or Tonorco, we'd like to cancel by falling to go to Salinas.
North Cal, November 41459 would like to cancel flight following and head back to Salinas.
November 459, do you have information November?
Yes, with information November.
November 459, contact Salinas Tower, 119.52.
Contact Salinas, thank you, Warrior 459.
Careful, you don't want to get lower than 2,500. Because the Delta's right below us.
Okay.
And it starts at 2,500.
Salinas.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to him.
We are
about 4 miles to the north
4 miles to the north.
for pattern work.
Salinas Tower, Warrior 4, November 41459, 4 miles to the north of Salinas Airport, coming in for pattern walk.
Warrior 41459, Salinas Tower, make left traffic, runway 31, reported beam to number.
Left traffic, runway 31.
Warrior 459.
Warrior 459.
Alright, now we can start descending. Because the airport is right there.
Yeah.
But the Delta starts at 2,500. And you can't go into the airspace without talking to them. You could probably just bring the power all the way to idle and just cruise.
Yeah, because we're like super, super high.
If you just put that to neutral, it'll probably, or take off.
Yeah, today's a interesting day.
Yeah, a few clouds here and there. It ain't too bad, honestly. I've flown in much worse.
Yeah, it just is so distracting to focus on one
you can't
thing.
get worried about them.
Salinas Tower, 202 Zulu Mike, holding short runway 31, requesting permission for takeoff, southbound departure.
202 Zulu Mike, Salinas Tower, runway 31, cleared to take off, make right down departure approved.
202 Zulu Mike, confirm, right bound departure. Clearance cleared for takeoff.
That's part 2 Zulu Mike, confirmed, runway 31, cleared for takeoff, right down departure approved.
202 Zulu Mike, cleared for takeoff, runway 31, right bound departure.
Alright, so remember last time we were practicing doing those landings on a certain spot on the runway?
Yeah.
That's also another check ride item there. They're called short field landings. And it's kind of imagining like you're supposed to land on the beginning of the runway, but that's kind of dangerous, so they pick a point.
Yeah.
So in this case for us, it's the 1,000-foot markers. You're supposed to land on them with full flaps.
Okay.
Aircraft, bird activity just about a quarter mile to the west of the airport, Montalban, circling in Montalban.
I would not turn down.
Between 200 and 400 feet.
You have not been clear to land, and you are pretty damn high. Be careful because you're kind of like
Banana runway
turning
31 clear touch and go on to go make right traffic.
November 41459, clear forward, touch and go, runway 31.
Look at your pattern.
Yeah.
Not a good pattern.
Nope.
Not a good pattern. What does Gabe always say?
Bad pattern means makes bad landing.
I use more derogatory terms, but yes. Still a bit high, so. Remember, we're landing on that runway.
Oh, shit.
You gotta turn left now. I wouldn't worry about the flaps, you gotta turn. Aviate first, remember?
Yeah.
You don't want to get slow either. Good, just focus on flying the plane. Ignore the phone call. Alright, now that we're actually starting to get straightened up here, we can actually start adding in our flaps. Cool. Now the one thing is you want to make sure you don't get too slow when you have full flaps in, because you do have a lot of drag. The power is going to be your friend here. And then you're kind of trying to judge when you should start to cut some of that power out, so that way you can kind of float towards 1,000 footers. Usually like the second or third center line is good. So if you keep coming down here, that's the second or third, you could cut the power. Keep us coming down. And hold it off. And there you go, you landed on 1,000 footers.
Yeah.
Just like that. Now you got to be able to do that consistently, right?
Full power.
Another part of that is also when you land, you need to take the flaps out.
Yeah, it's
and say maximum braking.
Oh, because you need to stop?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's a short field.
Yeah, you don't actually need to do just say, hey, simulated braking.
Oh, okay, because it's a short field landing. Maybe we'll do one more and then call it a day.
Tired?
Yeah, you just... Weather is not
Well, the weather's not going to be affecting you too much anymore. Clouds are pretty high.
crossing 500.
Is that somebody calling you?
Yeah, I think somebody was calling me. I'm busy.
I'm busy.
420 Mike, frequency change birth.
Woo!
Frequency change approved, 202 Zulu Mike.
459 is squawk, maintain VFR, runway 31, clear touch and go, on the go, make right traffic.
Did I request the option?
You can.
November 41459, can you request a full stop for runway 31, please?
459, runway 31, clear to land.
Runway 31, clear to land, November 41459.
He told you to squawk VFR too. Alright, let's make a good pattern. Good pattern first. Don't worry about the flaps. Fly a good pattern.
That's 31.
Because we're kind of not straight. We're like angling to the runway.
31. 31 is right there. Behind me.
Yep.
We're at the beam. Coming up here.
Even still right now, we're drifting towards the runway.
The wind
That's because the wind's pushing us.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of crab out almost.
Okay.
But it helps if you just look outside and see, like, am I getting closer or am I getting further away?
Yeah. More notch up flaps.
When you do these short fields, it helps to make yourself more out. Give yourself a longer final.
Okay.
Alright, because then you're kind of making things too hard all at once.
Okay.
You know?
Keep 3-1. I mean. And leave us.
Yeah, you probably have a little bit too much power because we're still kind of keeping our altitude. We got to descend.
Okay. So, good time to turn now?
Yeah, it's up to you.
We're pretty far out here. Left. Turn.
You said you're done for the day after this?
Yeah. What do you think?
What do I think? I think you could probably do a few more, but...
Yeah, I think,
you gotta practice them.
yeah.
So, make your choice.
Yeah, I think I wanna...
Full stop?
Yeah, full stop. We're doing full stop.
Alright. Well, you better make it good then. Forgot to do counts. Probably cut it here. Waited a little too long to cut it.
Oh, we're still doing that?
Well, that's the whole point. You gotta get ready for your check right now. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Kept going, but I didn't want to do a, you know.
459 taxi north there via Charlie, this frequency.
Number 41459 Warrior, taxi via Charlie on this frequency. Thank you.
I think it's kind of easier sometimes when you say the call sign at the end, not the beginning.
Yeah.
It's kind of confusing. A lot of people don't do it that way.
Yeah.
Everyone would just say taxi to north there via Charlie, Warrior 459.
So, after landing, ready for takeoff. Flaps. Top heat off. Pump. Off. Lights is needed, which is on. And he said stay on this radio. Stay on the right. Yeah, just it's been a crazy week, and today, usually like Sunday is better, because on Saturdays I rest. I can tell I'm getting fatigued, so.